guys, we are back again. Another interesting, fun-filled episode at the Main Street Randyland YouTube channel. And I love to talk about stuff, especially when it's my stuff, because my stuff's the best stuff, right? I'm thinking about Harlem Nights there, that funny episode with, what was that, Eddie Murphy? And, you know, he was fighting with Della Reese and all that stuff, you know. And, it's a G-rated channel, so we won't go into it. But this is my stuff, and I have good stuff. My stuff is good stuff. If you've ever seen the movie, you'll know what I'm referencing there. So it's a funny notation. Now they're all going to have to look it up. But, you know, I was over here, and yes, of course, there's some mannequins up here. It's a Randy mannequin and some friends of Randy mannequins there. And, you know, I always use my stars to iconicize things, so it's the wonderful world of Randy, obviously. But Boardwalk Seaside Heights, and you know what that's referring to? These benches. These are the actual benches from the boardwalk in Seaside Heights. These are the iconic benches that were there in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, into the 80s. They have the back that flops to the opposite direction. So you flop the back in which direction you want to look. If you want to look at the ocean, you look this way. If you want to look at the other way at the boardwalk, you get up, you flop the back of the bench, and you sit on it the other way, and you look the other direction. And they lined up the edge of the boardwalk always for years and years and years, and they were various colors. These two here are yellow, but I did not repaint them or scrape them because I wanted to keep them original. If you look under the yellow, you'll see they were yellow. But they also had other colors. Look at this one. Can you see closely at the edge? Underneath there is pink. They had pink ones, blue ones, red ones, yellow ones, and they were there forever. Well, eventually, they were wearing out. The wood was getting rotten. They replaced wood over the years here and there, of course, but it just became, I guess, not cost effective for them to keep repairing them, so they got rid of them. And they replaced them with benches, and the new benches, of course, that they replaced them with aren't like the old benches. So I had to save two, because chances are I sat on those benches at one time, as did my mother and my grandmother and my grandfather and my father. So as long as everybody else sat on them too, they're memories that we all share. The iconic Seaside Heights benches. Wow. Do people save all their stuff? I do. I think back, how long have I been saving stuff? Well, my mother saved stuff too, as did my father. If you look up here, you'll see 385 Hartshorn Drive, Short Hills, New Jersey. That was the house I grew up at. We were there all the years. And the star to the left will give you an indication. That's Randy's sandbox. You see that red wood on the bottom with the little blue legs? There's a yellow piece of wood on either side where the little kids could sit. And inside would be sand. And you'd play with your sand toys in your backyard or on your porch or whatever. And little Randy would sit there playing with sand with his sister. We would make sand mud pies and, you know, shapes and all stuff like that. And you know, my mother saved it because it was special. And sitting in the sandbox a little higher is the little picnic table. See that? Little redwood picnic table that was for us little kids to sit in the backyard, and we had our own little picnic table where we could have a drink or a snack that Mom would bring out and take care of us, you know, between playing at the sandbox. Even my trike, you see here, this is my tricycle. Little Randy sat on that trike, and little Randy feet were on those pedals, pedaling along, and that tiger head you see up there, if you pulled on the tail on the back, the jaw would open and it would growl and go, rawr, rawr, rawr. And the motorcycle motor, you'd pull up on that little red stem, you'd pull up, and it would make a spiral thing inside to make the sound of a motorcycle engine. Woo, woo, woo. And I was a little demon on that thing. And hiding in the back of the seat, hanging there, is kind of ratty now, but that is a tail. That is a tiger tail that you got from Esso gas stations. They call them Exxon now. But back in the day in New Jersey it was Esso, E-S-S-O. And at one point they had a promotion called Put a Tiger in Your Tank. And if you got a certain amount of gas, they would give you a tiger tail. And you could hang it from your mirror or hang it from your gas tank, gas cap, and close the door, and the tiger tail would be sticking out of your gas tank. And it would be pretty neat, and everybody knew you went to Esso to get your gas. So my tiger tail was on the back of my tricycle. So, you know, saving stuff is something that starts early in life. You can start anytime, but if you're a saver, you get taught how things have meaning at a young age. My parents taught me how everything was special, and I saved everything, as did they, because it was all about stuff. I hope you saved your sandbox and your picnic table. You see, because don't you have memories of it? Do you have memories of sitting on the benches on the boardwalk in Seaside or Wildwood or Ocean City, wherever you sat? Do you remember the benches you sat on? How much fun that was with your mom and your dad and your kids? That's what it's all about, saving your memories. And that's what I'm all about, preserving those memories so that they can trigger other memories for other people. It's all about stuff. Think about that. We'll see you next time. The Main Street Randyland YouTube channel. Bye, guys.